Welcome to God's Spirit, empowering.
Listen, things are not permitted to happen to you. The reason things happen to you is because your altar is dead. Because you can create anything from your altar. In Matthew chapter 4 verse 1, the Bible said the Holy Spirit led Jesus to the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. So it was a season of what? Temptation. In Matthew 4:14, it said Jesus returned with the power of the Spirit and his fame went abroad. And in that same period, in Luke 4:18, he said the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he has sent me to preach glad tidings to the poor. A season that he should be on trials became a season that he was bringing glad tidings. How did he alter those seasons in the Spirit? Before the devil came, he went on 40 days prayer and fasting. So what should have become a temptation became a promotion. Priesthood can bet seasons. Priesthood can change times. Priesthood can change anything happening around you, except you don't know your altar. Did you not read about King Isaiah, Hezekiah? God sent a prophet to him and said, put your house together. 1 Kings 20 from verse 1 to 3, for you will surely die. In those days, if a prophet speaks, it's not today. It's not today that people use the name of God to lie. Those days, if you say, thus saith the Lord, and it doesn't come to pass, they will stone you to death. So when a prophet shows up and says, God said, you are finished. He said, put your house together, for you shall surely die. But the man knew something that was higher in ranking than the office of the prophet. The office of the prophet is tall, but there is a taller place. Because both prophet and every other person was a priest. And the Bible says he turned to the wall and cried bitterly and began to pray. And he began to remind God of the things that he did on his account. The Bible said before the prophet stepped out of the house, God told him, go back and tell him he will not just not die. He said, I've added 15 years to his life. Do you know what it means? He didn't say he will live for 15 more years. I have added 15 years to his life. That means if he was to live for 70 years, he will not live for 85 years. He changed the verdict that a prophet brought from the altar. How do you think the Church of Christ will be disadvantaged if priests truly arise? Because even if the president says something that is against the church, priests can change it. The reason he spoke is because he's on a throne. But the highest throne in Zion is the throne of priests. That's why the 24 elders, the Bible said day and night, they fall on their faces and they worship. By priesthood, the church can rule the earth. But when priesthood is gone, then the church becomes an endangered species, vulnerable, living at the mercy of good men. We are not here to beg. We are here to enforce the mandate of God. We are not here to be diplomatic. We are here to enforce. It's called kingdom. In kingdom, you bring your position. You negotiate based on your interest, the interest of your king. Do you see the war going on between Russia and Ukraine? Everybody comes with their position. It is what favors your king you stand for. If the opponent aligns with it, you are diplomatic. If it doesn't, it's war. And so the church is here to enforce the mandate of Zion. But the only way we can do it is from the altar. And today, our ranks on the altar are depleted. And so God is raising special messengers. But the baptism of those messengers is not a title. It's burdens.